Welcome back, everybody. This is Mog on Mog Squad, once more playing some Kerbal Space Program, and as you can see, we're jumping right in here. We're getting into the astronaut complex because I wanted to add a few more Kerbals to the game here. A few more of our subscribers and viewers have requested some new Kerbals, so we've got Pat Kerminsky. So there you go, Pat. And I've got one more in here that I put in here. I can't remember Prohibitorium. I think I was supposed to add you in a little while back, but I hope you see this one, so we're adding you in. And I've got Sean. I'm just pretty much going to recruit everybody that was in this list, but those were the two main subscribers I wanted to make sure got a mention in this one. But yeah, if you watched the last episode, we're jumping in, and we're going to be launching up the Touchdown 2. Oops, didn't want to load that with Jeb in there, so I'm actually going to jump back in and reload with somebody else. Okay, we're back here. So I've got the Touchdown 2, and we're going to be putting in one of the new ones. I think we're going to launch up, where are you? I was going to launch up Pat, actually. Kerbal, not Pat Kerminsky, the one we just recruited. He's going to be going up in this mission. So why don't we go ahead and get this out on the runway. Okay. So we're out here on the runway, ready to go. Now, I've flown this rocket a little bit. Prior to launch, I've actually added a few little cosmetic things like lights around the walkway down, or the ladder that will be going down when we land. But yeah, so not many changes, but just a few things, a few struts here, a few things there. But okay, let's get this thing underway. So I got SAS on, and let's launch this thing. And I'm actually going to turn down the throttle so that we're not using those main rockets quite as much, and tilt just a hair over. Why don't we go ahead? Turn on some time warp, some physical time warp. Should help speed this process along, this launch. We can at least do it on the one or double speed. That shouldn't be a problem. But they're getting pretty close to dropping off here too. So I'm going to turn back down to normal speed, make sure nothing crazy happens. Turn up my throttle, and we're going to be kicking those off. And then we should only drop a little bit of speed here, because this rocket actually... These little skipper engines aren't the best, so they're only good for short stack rockets like we're doing, but even this is a little bit trying for it. Anyway, we're about to lose our first drop tanks, and then we'll be looking at our speed again, seeing what's going to happen with us. There goes those ones. Let's drop those off. It is falling just a hair. We are full throttle, but it should pick itself back up. Now, because of this, we're going to be actually heading straight up for longer. We're going to go past the 10 and 12K mark and still be heading pretty much directly up. I am going to tilt a little bit as we get up toward the 10K mark, 12K mark. But we're going to be riding this thing up pretty high so it actually gets some upward velocity, because that's with the weight of it on the front. This one's actually a pretty difficult rocket to get into orbit if you don't shoot up longer. Because you can't really turn over at 11. The speed of these things that it gets up and going, it just doesn't push fast enough. You just fall back to the surface. You just have to go up a lot higher, make your arc higher into the atmosphere. So we're passing about 13K. I'm going to start turning over just a little, just to start the arc. And probably as we get up into the 20K mark, I'll actually tilt down a bit more. Here comes our second drop tanks. There they go. And speed is continuing to go up, so we're not falling here at least. So let's start tilting over now that we're closer to 20K. And let's see how we're looking at our arc. Bring that up. About 28. About 5K ahead of us. So we're going to keep this angle for a little while. We're not going to drop down to the 45. We're just going to keep going at this angle until we get our apoaps up probably close to 100,000 off the get, because it's going to be difficult. We're going to have to burn for quite a while to actually push it out because of how slow this thing goes. We have to make it a big arc. I'm actually going to speed this up since we're just pretty much cruising. Might as well. I should turn on some lights, actually. See the rocket a little better. And we're starting to twist. We're going to angle down a little bit then, and try to twist this thing back around. Alright, SAS. Hold it right there if you can. I'm going to cut engines for the moment. We're almost there. I would say that's probably good. We are in space. 112. Let's set up our node and turn down time warp. So we're going to need to burn for about 1:24, so that needs to start pretty quick here actually. Come on, turn back around. Turn back around. Trying to use time warp to actually get this thing to maneuver a little bit, because we need to get it facing the other direction rather quick here if we want to actually pull this off. Okay, SAS, or RCS it is. I have a little bit that I built into this rocket. Come on now. We're going to use a little bit of throttle, push this over, because we're going to need to start this burn very quickly here. Yep, okay, full throttle this thing. There goes those tanks. Let's get rid of those. And we should be relatively good now. Oh, it's going to take 3 minutes. We should have started earlier. I should have thought about that. That's alright. We should be okay. I'm just going to angle this thing a bit higher. So why don't we go like this? At about a 40-degree amp. 35, 40 degrees. Let's see what that gets us. So we're going to be pretty much just watching this, making sure that we don't get up that high. So 117. And if we do, we'll just have to flatten out and just burn like crazy. I just need to basically extend this long enough so that I can make up for the loss of us starting a bit late on this burn. I think we're good there. Why don't we go ahead and tilt on over now to at least our direct prograde so that we're not wasting as much fuel. Because this is your most efficient, is travel right along your trajectory. That way you're not fighting against your trajectory. But yeah, so just burning out here. Let's see, we're still behind our apoaps, which is perfectly good. I might actually tilt down a little bit more to try to catch up with it a little bit. How about right there, 22? Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Okay. We're going to keep pushing. I'm going to angle this up a bit, though. Try to stay a bit ahead of this, or at least pretty darn close. In fact, you know what? We're just going to speed this up. Ooh, that's wobbles. That's some wobbles. Don't want to lose this thing already. Okay, we're getting real close. We're only about halfway through our burn. We're going to be falling back now, but that'd be okay. We'd still make it, I think. Just might be a little tricky. But I think this stage will do it for us, getting us up to orbital velocity. Pretty sure we can make it. And we pushed our periaps ahead a bit, or our apoaps ahead a bit. So I should be able to level this thing out. This isn't doing us much good anymore. We're just going to be watching this until it pops out on the other side, which is going to be any moment now. You can watch it pretty much sprout out the other side here, and we'll be able to watch the periaps until it evens out. Because the more we burn right along this line, the better this should be, like the more even, because we'll be right at apoaps. So it keeps it relatively stable. Okay, we're still accelerating. We're not out of fuel yet. I think we're getting probably pretty close though. How about that? 117 by 135. I'll take it. Yeah, we're nearly out, but we made it to orbit. Next thing is shooting toward the mun, which is right there. Is this going to be a good time to hit it? Can we still do it? Push that ahead. Let's sit it right in front of us. Do you think we can make it? Probably need to be a bit ahead of that. Give me a little bit more leeway in the burn. What will it take to burn right now at this location? About 800 delta V. A little over 800 to make it out there. That's going to be fine. Let's start that burn. And then as soon as this tank drops, we'll get a little bit more efficient, actually. Boom, there it goes. So smaller tank, same size engine, pushing less weight. It becomes a lot more effective. So it's only asking for about T-minus 44 seconds left. So we can pretty much wait now. We don't have to make our burn right away. Wait a little bit until about right here, and then we'll start this burn and finish it up. And that'll push us out to the mun. So we made it to orbit. As you can see, we're going to be fine getting out to the mun. I'm going to come back when we get in closer to land. Okay guys, so we are back. I am coming in here to the Mun, and as you can see, we got the periaps of about 134-ish above, 134 kilometers above the surface, and we're swinging around on the wrong direction orbitally if we want to take advantage of the rotation of the thing, but actually I don't think the Mun rotates, so it doesn't matter on this planet. Anyway, on this moon, it doesn't matter because we're flipping it into a polar orbit so that we get a full range of attack on the Mun for where we want to land and do our experiments. I think we got a couple of landings in us for this build. So let's go ahead and speed up to the node here. We need to burn for about 21 seconds, so about T-minus 10. Oh, I went way past. Whatever. Doesn't take long to correct, so let's just do this. My bad. But the cool thing about the way I had this burn set up is by changing our trajectory and slowing ourselves down, we pretty much pull ourselves into a capture while setting up this this solution here, going into the polar orbit. It's coming out here. Why don't we stop it right about there? That looks good to me. So that's going to put us at about a 40. I want to go for about a 50 to keep our time warp capabilities up there. Let's bring this side in. Initially, why don't we shoot for shooting out a little further, so about 125. Let's do that to take advantage of that time warp and maybe slowing ourselves down for catching onto a different side of the Mun. So let's not do time warp just yet. Let's do physical time warp and see if I can move ourselves. It's pulling the wrong direction. You crazy physics. Okay, let's go back and set up pointing at the right node first, and then we'll jump over and do that burn. I don't know why I really cut it. I was coming in. I just cut it a moment ago. I figured we were coming in for a cool flyby on the Mun. Might as well show it, right? There it is. We're swinging on in, and it's wigging out. Okay, just wigging out. We're not actually going out of sphere of influence. It's just the time warp thing guy here. The alarm clock has a little bit of funky issues sometimes with this thing. So we're coming in. We just need a quick burn. There's the Mun. Good old Mun. It's very cratery now. I mean, you've probably watched the last few videos, and that's cool. I appreciate it. So you've seen this surface already. But yeah, any newcomers, this place is so peppered with meteor strike areas nowadays in this version. Let's get back on that node. Right there. And let's start that burn. I'm going to cut the engine and just kind of scooch it on in here. Right there, that looks good to me. So that's going to be our initial lock in orbit. This thing's also going to aid initially in slowing ourselves down for our first descent. The rest of the engines are all set up with the asparagus staging you might have noticed, so that we can actually break them away and be more efficient on the surface. So I should be able to get a few landings out of this thing, which will be nice. So why don't I'm going to come back as I choose a place to land. Okay, I'm back because I pretty much just swung down here and realized I want to land on the south pole of this thing, in the south hemisphere, and see what's down here, because I haven't really ever done any polar landings on this one. So we're just going to go ahead and just kill off the rest of this fuel in this engine, get ourselves ready. It should be rather quickly here, I think, or we're just going to keep blasting away. Okay, there it goes. Actually, we are out of fuel, so I'm going to throttle down, detach, throttle up just a hair, and kick off our launcher, our protective rockets for these guys. I love putting those little shells in there because they're so explosive when you shoot them off. Anyway, we are slowing ourselves down. We're going to shoot straight into the bottom there, and I'm just going to land in one of these smaller things. I'm going to try to hit all three of these craters and then hit the middle is going to be the plan here. So to speed that process along, I'm just going to come back as I come in for a landing. Okay, we are coming in here for the first landing site down here in this crater. So we have to burn off about 400 or so delta V by the time we get over the crater. That shouldn't be a problem with all 7 of our engines that we have on this thing. They may be the small engines that don't generate electricity, damn it. And they should be able to push this thing without any issue. And we still do have a good amount of fuel in these tanks, as you can see. So coming on in, let's go ahead and speed this up. At least just a bit. We're going to try to land right in this area. Let's go on down. Let's kick in the throttle. Let's watch this sink, and we should sit like right down in here. It's going to be the plan, somewhere on one of these flats. I might not make that strip actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We might, but I don't think so. Nah, we're passing over it too much. That's fine. We'll just land out there in the area, in the center. In the flat spot, thankfully. Okay, so we still got a bit of fuel in this tank. And we're pretty much, I think, the right direction I'm looking here is we're going to be landing here and then jumping over to this crater over here on the horizon. And then there's another one a little further. And then into the big crater down here is what I think the direction we're going to be going. Might be this way. That looks a little bit rockier. Anyway, pretty close here is where we're going to be going down. And checking out all the little spots. I'd like to, yeah, hit this, this, then this, and then jump in here. If I can. I might just do this, this, and see if we can jump in here if we can't make it all the way out. But that's the plan. That's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to turn on physical time warp and get this moving again. Come on now. I'm using those engines just a little. Getting us ready for landing. Turn down that time warp just so I can kind of make sure of what I'm doing. Oh, we got engines to kick off, so there goes those ones. So this becomes a little more awkward, but still should be fine. Okay, that should look good. We're pretty much just gonna fall until we get closer. I'm gonna turn on my... Okay, I do have my lights on because it is pretty dark here. Still falling. I don't... Oh, there they are. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay, we almost hit. We certainly almost hit. I was, yeah, that was close. Alright. Trying to bring us down to a crawl again and stop moving. Okay, I think we're doing okay. Let's stop that lateral movement and bring it on down. Alright, we are slowly decreasing our speed. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to slow our descent down a little bit, though. As far as it's, I guess, counteracting our fall. I'm trying to basically just make it a slow descent to the final little bit here. Come on now. Speed it up. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. There we go. Landed on a hill. But we're landed and we're stable. So let's go ahead and take a crew reading, should we? Crew report for 20 science. Let's keep that. How about this one? What do we got? 100 value. Sneaking suspicion. I'll never be able to get the lab clean again. That's fine. That's 100. That's nice. Let's keep that. How about let's run these outside ones. See what we get. Worth 40. We'll be resetting one of these. We'll reset this one, so we can reuse that one in a little bit. And the most important part, let's get out and plant our initial landing flag. We won't get another shot at this. This is the one flag we get this mission. I think we should take it from the first spot where we actually landed. Let's keep this data from the Highlands crater and plant that flag. Pat Kerminsky, you're getting mentioned. Okay. Touchdown to landing site. Pilot. Kerbonaut Pat Kerminsky. Cool. Let's go ahead and jump back up. Get back in the seat here. And okay, I'm gonna launch up, and we're gonna touch down at the other site. So I'll come back to you as we end ready to land on there. See you soon. Orbital somersaults. Anyway, we're launching up and over to the next crater here. And I'm spinning around to sit on our retrograde vector, just so that I can keep ourselves slowed on the way down. But anyway, Just want to give you a quick update. Okay, and we are coming back in here to land now. So we made the jump and the hop over here. So let's kill our velocity and come down in this one. This looks like pretty clear land, and thankfully we have a little bit more light on this side. Or on this crater at least. We're not completely blocking the sun, which is nice. We're coming down, we're probably going to drop these last tanks, it looks like 2. And we'll be ready to bring this thing on in. And I hope we'll have enough, you know, fuel left to get into the other 2 craters. We'll see. We've used a bit of fuel. This is more fuel than I thought it would consume to do these hops, but that's okay. So coming on down. We still have our lights on. Where's our shadow? I'm going to start braking though. Yep, there they go. Kick those off. And that's pretty good speed. We'll keep dropping from there. Sit down there. Where is our shadow? It'll be this side. There goes those ones shadows, so we should be a bit higher. Yep. Alright. So slowing ourselves down. Coming on in for this landing. Ah, there goes those engines and fuel tanks. Just scattered. That's funny. Okay. Oh. Come on now. Slow it on down. Boop. Oh, whoa. Almost tilted ourselves over. Okay, SAS, stop fighting me. We're good. Oh. It's because my middle ones are holding us up, so we're at a tilt, where it's like a kickstand. Oh, that's odd. That's real odd. Can't rotate, can we? I don't have enough torque to do it. Okay, fine. Just go down light on it, and I'll leave it in that position, and we'll jump out and take a sample. I'm going to test this other one here. If I can get a different reading, that'd be good. Seems to be less dense here from the Mun Highlands. We're going to keep that. I'm going to review the data on this side, though. What is this? Mun Highlands crater for 40. So that's a different report. Keep that. Make sure from Mun Highlands. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to keep both those. And they'll be two different awards. Same amount of science, but at least we get the double ding instead of getting a reducted one for the other if we turned them both in from the same location. Jump out, grab a sample, and an EVA. I didn't grab an EVA report at the last place. EVA report. 32. Ah, did we get another flag? We totally did get another flag. We can put another one here. Take a surface sample from the Mun Highlands. Great. And cool, we are going to put out another flag then. I'm glad they started doing that, because I was kind of bummed you couldn't place multiple flags on a mission. Awesome! Touchdown 2. Pilot. Kerbonaut. Pat Kerminski! Oh, I meant to actually go down a line and add another thing to that, being like second landing site. Whatever. Hop. And we're going to jump on in here, grab that, hopefully didn't knock it over. Let's get on board. Alright. So I think we need to be facing, let's see if I can figure out which direction we're going now. Should we go directly south, or should we, I think we're going to head to the main one, so let's do, we pretty much need to head this direction on the map, or on the nav ball. Okay. Let's do that. I think this is correct. I guess we'll find out. Oh, no, angle up a bit more. Okay, there we go. Oh, SAS, turn that on. Alright, hold that position, turn down that throttle, and let's look. Yep, okay, that's the right direction. So flipping on over, let's fly out this direction, and then we're going to be landing again once we get here. Take a look. Are we going to reach it just fine? Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Right there. Actually, we're going to go a little past that. Just make sure we have room to brake. We got plenty of fuel left. So let's zip on over there. So there it is, the bigger crater on the bottom. We're shooting pretty deep into it though. So let's turn that off and find our retrograde. And this is going to be pretty dark this time again. I wish we would have landed closer now. Whatever. I kind of wanted to get further in there. That was my decision. My bad. But we're going to start our braking here. Actually, no, we're not. Let's let that go a bit further. Oh, how close am I? Okay, we're a bit closer now. I'm going to start burning now, though, because that's a bit to burn off with 3 engines. Alright, but I think we're going to be alright here. Oh yeah, no problem. This is killing velocity fast enough. Let's kill that, even that back out to the bottom there, and then we should be good. Let's just follow this thing down. We're going to be in pitch black, unfortunately. We can maybe aim for over there, actually. How do we tilt that direction? This way, then to the north. Yep. So let's change our trajectory a bit and head that direction. Oops, wrong direction. Okay. Tilt over a bit more. See if we can find that retrograde and slow ourselves down now. It should be a bit brighter. Hopefully not on the hillside, but we might be. It's alright. It's whatever. Alright. So we're going to come down. If we're dark, we're in the dark, we're in the dark. And if we're on a hillside, we are on a hillside. Which, shit, I think we are. Alright, let's tilt the rocket. So it's facing this way. Now we're going to make this just a slow ascent. No, I'm going to look from the other side, because that's the way it's working, apparently. Alright, nope. Slow ourselves down. Do a little physical time warp. Oh, that is steep, isn't it? Can we land on top, I wonder? Oh, there's a little cliff there. Let's try to get to there. Alright. So we're zipping on over this direction. Let's bring this back a little bit, because we're not going to make it if we keep going that way. That's a little better. Pretty good. Let's see if we can bring ourselves to a stop here. Not too shabby. Oh. Oh, hit a little hard. Hit a little hard. Oh no. I killed them all. I killed them all. Really? Shoot. Pat, I'm sorry. I killed you. I murdered you on the maiden voyage of freaking Touchdown 2. We had so much science and so much promise. My apologies, Pat. If you get another first comment, I'll put you in again. Anyway, we'll be launching up another rocket after this. It seems we'll be doing a few different touches, I think, to the build, which will go into Touchdown 3, and with that, that'll be next weekend's video. So thank you guys for watching on this failed mission in Kerbal Space Program, and we will see you next time. Cheers, guys.